Hello and welcome back to Animal Crossing, where today I'm actually going to show you a little step-by-step guide to getting 3 stars and hopefully some helpful tips and tricks if you are having problems. So, if you're like me and like to restart the game, you probably want to get to 3 stars as quickly as possible to unlock terraforming. I'm starting here on Bramble, and as you can see I have 2 stars. I'm actually not quite sure how, because this is a new island, and to make it straightforward as possible, I've removed any furniture items I previously had down, picked up all my bushes, binned all my flowers, removed any bridges and inclines, and basically everything apart from the trees. So first things first, you have to at least reach the upgraded resident services after your introduction with Isabelle and moved in your campsite villager. This is when Isabelle will talk about increasing your island's rating and will encourage you to increase the island's development and nature. Both are important. You cannot increase your star rating without reaching the requirement in both areas. So there is a point system that calculates your island rating. Depending on Isabelle's response when you ask about the island rating, she'll let you know which category you're lacking in. So here you can see a minimum of 160 points for development and 270 points in nature combined are needed in order to achieve the 3 stars. So moving on to the development of my island, I can show you here on the map that I have a museum, an Able Sisters, and a Nook's Cranny. The Nook's Cranny has to be the upgraded Nook's Cranny to give you points. The basic one does not give you any points. Each gives you 15 points for the museum, the Able Sisters, and the Cranny. I don't have any bridges or inclines, but each would provide 15 points. So let's do that now. I'm going to only use bridges just because I want to, and each should give you 15 points. I'm going to go ahead and grab 4, and that should give me supposedly 60 points. So next up is fencing. Fencing also provides points, and since you receive 50 for free from Tom Nook, you might as well place all 50 down with 1 point for every 5 fences placed. So this should be 10 points. And villagers are also counted, so in this case I have 8. However, if I had 9 villagers, I would get 15 points, and if I had 10, that would increase to 30. But I don't, so I'm going to just have to make up for that in my next area, which is furniture. I have Fauna, Tank, Colton, Flo, Olive, Owl, Whitney, and Maddie. And finally, placing items outside gets you 1 point per item. If that item is over 2k, you get an extra bonus point, and if it's over 20k, you get an additional bonus point. If it's an outdoor item, like a bench, it's a bonus half point. And if that item is size 3, you'll be awarded additional 3 bonus points. Although I'm not quite sure what size 3 means. I think it has to be 3 tiles wide perhaps, but either way, the larger and more expensive the item, the better. And all the bonus points stack, so it's a good area to get points. I would also recommend using DIY furniture as they give bonus points in nature, which leads to the nature points department. So after making plenty of DIY furniture, I'm now going to go about my island and put them in various places and also empty my inventory. So any furniture at all, I'm going to put outside and just around the island to make it full. doesn't have to look pretty, it just needs to look decorated. So throw anything that you have in your home outside. And now that everything I own is basically on the outside, it's time to move on to nature points. And of course, the first thing on the list is flowers. So for every fully grown flower, you receive 1 point. And for every fully grown tree and bamboo, it's 1 point. A fully grown bush is half a point, and growth stage 2, 3 and 4 crops are 1 point. Crop sprouts are half a point, and flower seeds are half a point. So it's best to let everything fully grown before checking your star rating. So, if you hadn't already noticed, I have gathered 100 trees from all over my island and lined them up in groups of 10. By doing this, I can see I have 100 points. I removed any extra trees I have to keep things simple, and after purchasing 100 flowers, I plan on planting one at the base of every tree, and of course you can use any type of flowers. I just chose to purchase mine, so it's easy to keep tabs on the points. And when I'm done, this should give me the grand total of 200 points once they're fully grown. And of course you don't have to buy the flower seeds like I've done here. I'm planting these just to make it easier for me. But of course, if you want, the best way I would recommend would be to gather all the flowers on your island together in one place and to start breeding and hybridizing them. Since this would naturally help them grow, you'll get more and you don't have to purchase them like I've done here. And finally, with all the flowers put down, I have 30 bushes and 55 crops to put down. So as long as my math is correct and everything is in the ground, all you have to do is time skip or wait and allow everything to fully mature, and I should have reached 270 points minimum. There is, however, one other area of points, and that is DIY furniture. As I mentioned before, DIY furniture gives you a 1/4 point per item, and size 3 DIY furniture gives you 3/4 points. So, for example, if I place a large DIY item outside, this should add up to 1 nature point. Okay, and with everything in the ground, let's skip forward a couple days and see how it looks when it's all fully grown. And there we have it, with all my bushes, flowers and crops fully grown. That should give me my 3 stars. With any luck, you should have yours too. However, before I do my score, I'm going to do a quick troubleshoot section for any reasons why you might not have 3 stars. For example, bridges and inclines only contribute when you have 2 or more of that kind. So basically, 1 bridge is not 15 points, it's 0 points. But 2 bridges is 30 points. It's a bit weird, but that's how it works. So 2 bridges and 1 incline is only 30 points, because to get those extra points, there needs to be at least 2 inclines. And 1 bridge and 1 incline is still 0 points. It's strange. And next up is weeds. And yes, I mentioned earlier that you get bonus points for having fewer than 100 weeds on your island, but having too many will actually reduce those points. So for every 30 weeds over the 100 weed mark, you will lose 1 point. To the extent of 1,000 weeds or more, and you get 0 out of the potential 30 points. Item placement is another tricky one. So if you place your items too clustered together and they're of the same item type, you will also incur a point reduction. The example given is within an 8x8 area, so space out your items and try not to let too many of them bunch up together. Unfortunately, throwing down a whole bunch of wheat field works against you. And in the nature points department we have too many trees. Actually, you can only have a maximum of 190 points in trees, bamboo and bushes. So if you're trying to get the 270 points in trees alone, then unfortunately there is a cap. There's also a little bit of dialogue that Isabel says if the island has over 220 trees, where she will say, "I came across a number of reports that mention an overabundance of trees on our island. Apparently there have been a few incidents of folks getting lost in the woods and fearing for the worst, like missing their favourite TV programme. I love trees as much as you do, but if our residents feel the island is now too rural, we need to listen." And the moment of truth? There we go! I really hope this was able to help you guys out. I was just really researching for myself and thought there was a lot more info than I initially thought, and I thought maybe this would be an interesting video for you guys. I'm really excited to start building and terraforming on my brand new island, and hopefully you'll follow me along the way. I also have a witch core island called Coven, so if you're interested in either a witch core or a cottage core, maybe check me out. I should also take the time to mention that I'm amazed and so thankful to all of my new and old subs. I've only just reached 900 subs, and I'm oh so close to my real first YouTube milestone. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate it. All the support and kind words just mean so much to me, and how genuinely loved I feel. So thank you so much for watching, and remember, MumsyWord, goodbye!